Hello, good morning, guys, and welcome to our sixth session. This morning is our 6 a.m. session for the subject ICT 410, and our topic for this morning is about Windows account. So our objectives are as follows: number one, to discuss the importance of Windows account; number two, value the importance of Windows account; and number three, understand the basic concepts and structures of a Windows account. So for Windows account, um, basically, the first topic is about a user account creation. And account creation separates the user account for each employee in Windows 10, and each person adjusts his or her individual profile settings. So now this is to create a new user account in Windows 10, and you have the following steps, no? So the steps can be found on your module, no? So just browse upon the module. So the first of which is the right click the start menu button. Okay, so let me reiterate to you the presentation beforehand. Okay, so right click the Windows start menu button, and your smart menu button is found on your left side, lower left bottom of your screen. So it looks like this one, no? Okay, so this is your start button. And then after that, you have to select the control panel. Then after selecting the control panel, what you're going to do is to select the user account, and then select manage another account. Okay. After selecting manage account, what's next is select the manage another account, wherein you have to click the add new user in PC settings. So after adding a new user in PC settings, you have to go to the next step, which is use the account dialog box to configure the new account. So as you can see, your new account is located here on the other users. Now, if you're going to restart your PC or your laptop, then you created another account. So you may use your old account, which is what you're using right now, or you can use the other account which you're using. Then after that, you can actually create a password for it, and make it somebody to use that account, or that's your another option to create another account. So what is the benefit for adding or creating a new account? You can set parameters on the things that you can do, or you can separate the task that you're doing for a different account. Like for example, if you're going to use the first account for your personal use, and the second account that you created, you can use it in your work. So that's how are you going to create a user account in Windows 10. Okay, so for your activity number 11, it's called Win Account 111. What you're going to do is to refer to your user account creation. And in your laptop or computer, you have to perform the steps that we have been demo on the demo. So what we're going to do is to screenshot your process and copy paste it and convert it to PDF before uploading it to our Google Classroom. Okay. So another one is your EULA, or your end user license agreement. End user license agreement is a legal contract entered into between a software developer or a vendor and the user of the software. So often, where the software has been purchased by the user from an intermediary, such as a retailer, a EULA specifies in details the rights and restrictions which applies to the use of the software. So sometimes, guys, we neglect to read the EULA but it contains the contract that you are going to specify of doing for the boundary of using the software. So sometimes there are no product key, especially if your software is open source. However, you have to read the EULA because sometimes it is stipulated there, the contract, in which sometimes they are using your information, uh, such as the details that you are going to input, uh, and sell it to another company. So sometimes, since it's free, what they're doing is sometimes they're selling your information. So be careful of using it. So particularly if you're using free services, ang nabalaan ko lang guys, ang Facebook ninyo na ang inyong TikTok, those are free nga softwares. However, don't you know that you may wonder sometimes nga why is it TikTok is using your microphone wherein and other sensors of your cell phone. Probably they are processing your information or the video or the audio that you are sending to them. So sometimes you have to read the EULA first before going into um, installing different kinds of softwares. So kung nag-agree ka mo dayan, butang balo nag-agree ka man nga gina-process nanda ang information mo. Okay. So in comparison with the free software licenses, EULA free software licenses do not work on contractual extensions to existing legislation, meaning to say they are of no boundary of having the user license agreement in between you and the company that has the rights to the software. However, it is said that sometimes they make into consideration the end user license agreement because they have to safeguard some of the components of the software you're using for free. So one of that is called reverse engineering, no? And reverse engineering is done because of the piracy. Sometimes ginakopya, especially mga Chinese product services, they are reverse engineering the software or the blueprint for a material or anything because they are copying it. They're using they have no because the owner of the software must protect their interest. They have the copyright restrictions. So they make it a point that they are placing it in end user license agreement wherein nga kung mag-agree ka, that's the time that that you're using on the boundary of the legislation of the software that they're deploying for free. So sometimes there are activists who are against EULA because of the freedom of expression na ginatawag. Pero you must remember that whoever owns the software has the right to protect their own interests. So amo lang da ka simple guys. So I think that is for end user license agreement. For your activity number 12, you're going to refer to end user license agreement, and in your laptop or software, in your laptop or computer, you have to run any software which has EULA. Then it doesn't mean that you're going to install the software gid, no, but you are going to screenshot the EULA lang gid. Okay, so that is for your activity number 12. So for your code of the day, the question is, what is the Korean series in Netflix which uses elaborate children's game in a thriller plot? So again, the code of the day is, what is the Korean series in Netflix which uses elaborate children's game in a thriller plot?
Nalantaw ko da.
Oo, nami da. So Ad Astra per Sapientia and to the stars through knowledge. So thank you guys for attending our lecture for this morning, and I hope that you can comprehend with the activities, and hapos man lang yung activities natin for this week. So for number 11, all you have to do is to make a Windows account on your own on Windows 10, or kung may Windows 11 ka mo, pwede man. Kasi ang Windows 11 na deploy na ata. Pero ako guys, why pa ako nag-migrate sa Windows 11 kay duro pa da nga bug fixes no. Ginahulat ko pa March siguro
Duro
para
gyud ko no sir.
oo, may nolso lang gid kamo hayon sa base ibanin yung nga software kag ibanin yung nga ano hindi magarana. Or mas worse, mapalpak, ma-reinstall ka mo liwat ka mga kung ano yung kinahanglanon ninyo. So maliwat ka
Duro
mo liwat.
duro ko no di
Hulatahan niyo guys.
compatible nga software.
Oo. Hulatalan ninyo ano, mga March. Ako March pa ko maano ma-install. Although may kopya do ko kada pirated lagaring. Pero maano ninyo da guys, ma-download ninyo sa website nanda. Free kung may license ang laptop ninyo. Like for example kay Faith, bag-o laptop na. So enable na siya ka free upgrade. Free upgrade. So dapat may ang stable lang internet connection ninyo. Pero as of now, guro hindi ko advisable nga mag-migrate ka mo kung ano kung duro yung mga files ko abi mo. Kagapin pa naga-obra ko ka mga accreditation paper. So hindi ko gusto nga madura ya files ko. So mo da, going back to our topic, you just can select your user account. A user account is very good if you have if you have multiple users nga gagamit kay inyong computer. So you have to protect your files and of course yung mga softwares ninyo dyan. And you have to set boundaries or limits to the people that you're using your laptop. Like for example, sa balay nyo, isa lang kabilog laptop nyo. So sometimes mga libayon nyo or ano nagagamit man kada. So to make room for privacy at the same time, you have to know the boundaries of the restrictions of the software that you're using. No? So hindi mo gusto abi madura yung mga file mo. At may mga programming software team mo dyan, may Visual Studio ka dyan. So para nga i-divide mo yung resources ka laptop, especially if you're using fast laptops like SSDs, naka-install ng SSDs nga hard disk sa ano nyo. So you have to make sure that sometimes the resources are kang ginagamit ka laptop niyo gamay lang or hindi mapiktuhan ang ginaobra nyo. So what is the remedy for that? You have to create user accounts. And the steps for the user account can be found on your module number 6. So you have to go to the walkthrough of the lecture for this morning and then make a user account. That is your activity number 11. For number 12 naman, it's very easy. All you have to do is to install kuno abi, hindi niya pag-install gid, you have to install a software na may EULA siya. And then the EULA, screenshot yung EULA and then that's it, no? So that will be your activity for number 12. So do you have any questions of our activity for this morning?
No sir.
Tapos malang na. So just remember the code of the day, namin na siya. So no, kung may pa kamo kalantaw no kamo siya. Ano siya hindi nyo pagpalantaw sa mga libayon nyo. Kaya medyo PG-18 parental guidance, no? Yeah, ano na. So, if you don't have any more questions, yes, Melchor, you have something to say to?
Sa Netflix may ara do da.
Oo, sa Netflix, may dyan doon. May buhay do da pa eh. Oo. Buhay do da. Amo day sudan namon kagabi. Pati joke lang. So, sige. So, some more inquiry guys. Do you have any questions pa or ano? You can by the way, our session for this evening gali no. Can we do that in the afternoon siguro guys? Mga earlier pa, mga 6 o'clock. I don't know about you, pero some of your classmates are ano no. So the schedule is 6:30. But anyway, the code of the day will be activated at 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Okay, so for more questions and inquiries, just direct message me on Facebook, or you can post your concerns on our FB group. Okay, so until later on, 6 p.m. guys, medyo early kita dad no, palihog parang may dyan abi ako nga gamay nga ano karon sa gabi. So pwede ang 6:30 naton kung buot ipaisol ta gamay mga 6 p.m. Now, the code of the day is again basahon ko or this one to i-project naton sa screen. para makita mo. So what is the Korean series in Netflix which uses elaborate children's game in a thriller plot? So it's very easy Mm-mm. So um okay doon, Mike? Okay na? Okay, sige.
Okay rin, sir. Okay rin, sir. Thank you.
Okay, salamat gid, salamat. Thank you. So bye-bye guys and good morning gid kaninyo tanan. Thank you and see you later at 6 p.m. Okay, I'll stop now the recording and yes, good morning. Bao, yung mga gwapa kita ko sanda diya sa ano. Duro gali ka mo dayan. Answerin nyo lang yung code of the day naton sa ano naton. Oh, James, hello James, good morning. Pakita nyo man bi itsura ninyo, Faith. Rondel, diyan ka mo. SP, diyan ikaw.
Tigda pa ko, sir. Bagal bugta.
Tingala ko man. Salamat. Josh, good morning, Josh. Idla mata ka ninyo ba? Galing hindi pataka face to face, sabi mo. So,
November man ko na, sir.
oo, kuno tiway pat memorandum. Yung memorandum sa CHED pamahalin mo. Ti lam telefon mo. Pabaksin do ka mo bala. Para nga magturo ya ano, oo. SP asin o daya. Do si hindi ko madat si Esperanza sino? Si April mada, oo, April morning. Oo.
Morning, sir.
Morning lang
Ano oras yun?
Sige guys, salamat gid ha. See you later this
Thank you,
evening.
sir.
And bye-bye guys. Oo. I'll stop the recording na. James, hello James, good morning.
Bye, sir.
Bye Chor. Sige guys.
Ano? SIM card, tong ano panawag itong si Babo?